Begin in child's pose. On your shins, big toes together, and knees wider than your hips. If you experience any stiffness or pain in your hips, or your forehead doesn't come down to the mat easily, stack your fists on top of one another right underneath your forehead. And settle into your breath, and take a few deep breaths in and out through your nose. One more breath. And then from here, you'll transition onto all fours. And gently lift your hips and bring your hips right over top of your knees. And bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Let your belly soften, lift your chest up. Exhale, round and curl your spine. And keep flowing like this. Some extension and flexion through your spine. Stay active through your hands and your feet. And notice how your breath can dictate the pace of the movement. The slower you breathe, the more mindful the movement. Inhale to look forward and up. Slide your heart through your arms. Exhale, round and curl. Press the floor away. And after your next round, curl your toes under behind you and sit your hips back towards your heels as much as your feet will allow you to. You can keep your hands on your mat for support, or you can bring your hands to your thighs. I promise your toes won't break. And while you're here, give your shoulders a little bit of a roll forward and back. You can even get into your neck and take a few slow neck rolls. And then you can lift your hips when you're ready, point your toes and sit back against your heels, and now stretch the front of your ankles. And while we're here, we can circle into our wrists and just work out any of the wrist stiffness. Go ahead and shake your hands out, side to side, up and down. You can interlace your fingers and take a few figure eights with your wrists as well. Make sure to switch the grip so the other index finger's on top. And do the other side as well. And all while still staying connected to breath. Once your hands feel good, we'll come into a tabletop. And from table, step your feet back one at a time and come to your plank pose. Shoulders over wrists. Stay soft around your neck and your jaw. And take a few breaths. Legs are strong, glutes are squeezed, belly to spine. And then lift your hips up and back, soften into your knees, and come to a downward dog here with slight micro bend in your knees. Pedal one foot out at a time, stretch into your calves, your hamstrings. Feel your spine stretch. Any other movements that you like to take, feel free to take them here. And then settle eventually into a still place, a powerful but active down dog. Straight spine. Micro bend in your knees. And from here, we'll walk our hands back to our feet and come to a forward fold at the back edge of your mat. Nice and early still, body still pretty stiff. So keep your knees bent and feel your belly rest onto your thighs. Clasp opposite elbows and let your spine drape down. If there's tension in your neck still, you can shake your head yes and no lightly. Breathe. And slide your hands up to your tops of your shins, just below your knees. And press and reach your heart forward as your shoulders draw down your back. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Bring all 10 fingertips to the mat. Then take your hands over to the left, to the outside of your left foot. And press your right hip back in space. And breathe. And then walk your hands over to the outside edge of your right foot. Press your left hip back in space. Breathe into your left side body. And as you come back through center, take an inhale for a halfway lift. And as you exhale and fold, walk out to plank pose. Shift forward to your tippy toes and lower all the way to your mat, knees up or down. Keep your hands where they are, point your toes, and on your inhale, circle your shoulders back and lift your head and chest up together. Exhale, lower. Strong legs, 2 more times. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower. 1 more, lift forward and up, inhale. And exhale, lower. Take your hands beside your hips, turn your palms that they face down. Press your feet together, lift your head, chest, and feet off the mat. So just your thighs and your hip bones are down. And you can stay here or lift your hands up and spread your fingers. Keep your feet actively pressed together so you feel your inner thighs and your hamstrings activate. And still breathe here, maintaining a soft jaw, neutral facial expression. On your next exhale, gently lower. Press up to a plank pose and back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out.